But let me just make it short. Thanks for reaching out. So yes, I agree with some of the locticians. Too much retwisting is bad. It is bad. That's why you'll see in some of my latest videos, I may wash my hair and not even retwist. I can do that though. And I'll show you why. So in this video, I'll put a couple of clips. So let me just give you a little bit of my history lesson. I got started with gel. Just regular styling
at the end
gel.
Of it,
patting your head like this, right? Because why? That gel makes it itch and it makes it itch real bad and it has alcohol in it. Well, when someone starts your locks that way, what's the difference between the finger wave, the freeze? Man, I don't know what you guys call the hairdos up there. What's the difference? That gel is for a temporary style, like mousse would be for a Caucasian, for a temporary style. It is not built to hold your hair for a month, 2 months, 3 months, so forth and so on. You understand what I'm saying? So they started me with gel. 3 days later, with my eczema having self, my hair was itching like crazy. So guess what I did? I went to the beauty supply store. I bought not African Essentials, but African Pride. That little white bottle with the little, I bought that bottle. And on the bottle it said with anti-itch powder. Oh, I sprayed that, didn't work. My hair, I had the little bitty, starter locks. My hair had these little bitty, little white flakes. And again, I work in a professional environment. I can't do it. I mean, I can't afford to do that. So it's, people don't know if it's gel and that my hair had just been washed, or do I have a bad case of dandruff? Do I have the scabies? Do I have lice? They don't know what it is. So I went back to the loctician. I was like, man, I'm ready for my first wash and retwist. And the loctician said, oh, I won't wash you for a while. And put more gel, more spritz, more whatever it was. And when after she put me on the dryer, she put a bunch of olive oil on my head and put me on the heat. So that was for the scalp, I guess. My wife created a name for me. Get this. Now, I'm not gonna even edit this. She started calling me crumb cake. Crumb cake, because I was caking oil on top of flakes, on top of probably dandruff, and on top of gel. And then putting spritz on it. Do you understand what I'm saying? All alcohol based, and we can get into some of the technical names. So what really wasn't good for me, how it started. So I went back a couple more times because I thought that's the journey. That's why people say it's a journey. They got to be scratching and itching. So I went another, I went another 10 days, and I was like, I'm out of the journey. I was about to quit, right? You know how people say, stay locked? You hear me say, stay locked? You hear King James say, stay locked? You hear Benjamin say, stay locked? Well, I didn't want to stay locked. You understand what I'm saying? I did not want to stay locked. I wanted to unlock because it was uncomfortable. I didn't want, if that was the journey to feel like stuff was crawling on me, I don't like that journey, so I didn't want that. All the other videos that I had not researched previously, and there was a young man on there, I can't remember his name. If I remember, matter of fact, I'm going to find it, I'm going to edit this anyway, and I'm going to put his name on there. But he said, how to wash starter locks with a stocking cap. And then there was another young lady that said, how to wash 10-day-old dreads with a stocking cap. And I was like, I found it, got it. So by day 10, I didn't care what the loctician said, because she told me I wasn't going to wash for 6 months. For 2 to 3 days. Problem is, it started itching again, but it still felt better. And the little locks didn't come undone because they told me to just do a circular motion in the scalp and not worry about the actual dreads. Right? Because that's what the gel and all that stuff is. Think about it. Have you ever, this is a very good question, and this is probably turned into a long video because I like to talk, but have you ever just been walking around and said, man, my hair is itching? I mean, have you ever just scratched your hair? You don't, do you? Where do you scratch? You scratch here, you scratch there, you scratch here. But it's scalp related, isn't it? Think about it. It's scalp related. So in the last video that I just shot for you guys, all I was showing you is I went in there, I put clips on. And I went in there, I clipped down the parts I didn't want to be bothered because I didn't feel like retwisting the roots. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like getting a retwist because I'd only been in 7 days. I just, in a circular motion, I washed my scalp. Some people use the vinegar with the water, changes your pH slightly. It use different things to just do a refresher between retwists, and you can do that. So Trish And this is my long way of saying, I don't recommend you to wash and retwist it every time. I recommend you wash and retwist it every 2 to 3 weeks. But if you want to wash in between times, you can. You can, but you're going to have to band it up, clip it up, or do something and just focus on the scalp. Okay? And if some hits the actual locks, you just squeeze it out because they're like sponges anyway, right? That's all you do. Again, I hope this helps. If it doesn't, just ask me another question and I'll make another video for you because I don't have anything else to do.